Hello world. I'm glistening, bro. So, my name is Kiyoshi Adelaide Evangeline Fiore, and this is my first part to my biggest project I've ever created in my entire life. First project that I'm setting out to the world called Controversy. I've gone about trying to do this many different ways and thought about how I was going to make this into a movie, make it captivating enough so that people can want to know more. They go ahead and deep dive into the unknown, but not into the fear aspect of it. More of the knowledge and continuation of time that they want to move forward with themselves and keep going. A lot of stuff has happened to me. A lot of stuff has happened to everyone since the beginning of 2020 beforehand. Stuff has been happening to people since anyone can remember. This is not the first time humanity has gone through a struggle. And people are still going to go through struggles. How can we move forward? How can we walk with time? I'm just going to put out here the videos of what I tried to do. As I say it in the videos, you could either listen to this as a podcast from now on, or you can as well see my reactions, see the video for yourself, and I believe I put some cute emojis to try and give it more pizzazz. I hope you enjoy it, and more so, in a sense, I care about you enjoying it, but in a sense, I also don't. I don't mean to be rude, because what I mean is that what I care more about is you moving forward, getting stronger, smarter, faster, progressing. You having the ability to walk with time, and you getting something out of this. So please, if you want to, stay and listen. If you don't, do whatever you want. I hope you enjoy. Hi. Hello, humanity. My name is Kiyoshi Adelaide Evangeline Fiore. This is my first part to my 4-part film, Controversy. This is my very first video into my huge project, now to be known as Controversy. These films, you can either listen to them as podcasts with your headphones on, doing whatever you want, or you can see my reaction, my facial expressions and what's around me as I walk and speak. But if anything, the most you can do is please listen. My ideas about everything in life is that we got to continue on, and I want to help people continue on, give people a different idea in how to go about living life, help people get them to help themselves by putting my opinions into your thought process. These few films, starting with this first one, is my own thoughts about everything in life, what the meaning of life is, why. We always try to understand everything around us because we want to make a tangible concept of what we have to do next, of what's here in front of us, in front of our eyes. We always continue to ask why. With whatever situation we go about, we always want to wonder the reason and why we're doing things. Nowadays, because of everything that's going on, I feel that a lot of people are going upon their frustration and anger, and many people are just going upon reaction. I do see as well many people who are wanting to learn and go upon knowledge instead of just reacting. But for those other people, I understand the frustration and just going upon what feels right at the moment, not giving a about what happens next necessarily. Just you go past your breaking point and you don't know what to do next. So the best logical thing is just to react, because there's nothing else you feel that you can do. for these people that have come to this point where now it's not thinking, it's more reaction, I want to try and help them. Think a little bit more in maybe how to get that control. My idea about life is that we have to walk with time, understand the issues that go upon in our lives individually, and then move forward trying to fix the situation so that possibly they won't happen again in the future or in that same manner, so that things can be better in the long run. Because as I mentioned before, people don't want to be stuck in the same place, same moment in time forever. People want to move, because you don't want to be here like this in time, not knowing why, and always be in this same situation forever. Unless you do, if you want to be stuck in that same moment in time forever, then you do you. But generally, people want to move because they want a reason why. They want a reason to continue. You could say life is about family, life is about money, life is about yourself. What are you going to do for all those things? Life is about family. Then what? You could say life is about money, but then what are you going to do to make that money? And then what to do with it next? If you had all the money in the world, there was all the money, you had everything. Not everything. Let's say the money. And there was no other person on this planet. Just you and the money. What were you going to do with it? What were you going to do with all that money? Dance around with it? Play in it a little bit? Make a pyramid and then burn it? Make origami? What was the reason if there was nobody to assist you in doing more with that one thing? For yourself, what are you going to do for yourself to either get stronger, smarter, faster, or somewhere where you want to be because you want to continue on? Do you understand what I'm saying? There's so much more to life in every single little thing we do. You don't just walk. You breathe. Your heart beats and your blood flows. There's so much more to every single little thing we do in life. What I'm trying to portray in people's mind is to think just a little bit more, not to the extent where it hurts you. For example, thinking too much into the future over every situation that can happen. A lot of times people think about the negative first because they want to prevent the negative from happening for whatever reason. Whether it's going to stop them from doing something, moving forward, or being happy, etc. People want to continue on because they don't want to be stuck in the same moment forever in time always. So that's why many times people, a lot of times, they go into past situations trying to wonder why, seeing how they could have fixed it. And then because it had already happened, they're truly never able to fix that one situation that they can't go past from, because they try to wonder the possibilities of how it could have changed, or how it could have changed them in a positive outcome, how things could have been better. Or people want to prevent it from happening again. The why, and then what do we do? What's next? There's not one single thing we go about doing life again. We don't just walk. Our hearts beat. We breathe and our blood flows. So thinking of the past situation gets you stuck and gets you angry because you could have never changed it. Many people overcome that and then go past their struggles that they see that it's not going to help them move forward. Again, life is about walking with time. Just enough so that you can keep going. Yo, these bugs need to chill, bruh. I'm trying. I really am trying. Now speaking about humanity as a whole. That more I was speaking about. If there was no one here, it's like the idea of playing God. It's like the idea of playing God. If there was nothing here, you were the only person on earth. Only one. Starting from scratch. Nothing here at all. How are you going to try and understand yourself a little bit? Just a tiny bit. If there was nothing here to try and explain what the everything is. Since you didn't understand anything around you, you thought you never had the ability to do more than what you saw right in front of you, which was nothing. There was nothing here. The idea that there was no humans, no art, no color, no feeling, no emotion. You were just there. What was the point of continuing on? Alright, hi guys. So, as you know, this is my first film and or podcast, however you're hearing this or seeing this. I'm re-seeing it to edit it, and I know with each video, each accomplishment, there's mistakes that I'm trying to overcome for the next time. In this idea that I'm speaking about, it's the idea of feeling alone. Not wanting to feel alone. But not any loneliness that, oh, can I have someone here? Something so more in depth. Maybe sometimes too deep that you start drowning. That's all I have to say. Now, say out of all those things, there was still nothing, but you had the emotion, the sensation, the tension, the anger, frustration, the sadness, the pain, hurt, suffrage, the strive, passion to keep going, but still not understanding anything around you because there was nothing here. What do you think your thought process would start going into? And the things that hurt you, you got so afraid of. I forgot. I'm back. As you may already can tell, I'm very sporadic in my train of thought in trying to portray it. Originally, I am a writer, not a speaker. I've needed to push myself to this point to do something. I mean, I've been trying to do something with my life my entire life, but it's come to this point where I've had to do this. Because it's not only myself I'm trying to move forward with. Humanity is still here. So with all my thoughts, it's very difficult trying to put them together if I'm not talking with one person directly or speaking with someone face to face. But back to the video. People want to stay comfortable and not go into what fears them, the unknown. Because many people say they know everything. They know what's going to happen next. And then still they hesitate on taking risk that may help them move forward faster or in a way that in the outcome is going to be better for them. They want to stay in the now because the now's okay. I have a friend called Mr. I Don't Give a and Mr. I Don't Give a is actually going to be somebody that she will meet later on in one of the other controversies. He would explain that thinking about the now and only the now is not okay because the now is not only now. This time, moment in space will always keep moving. This now is always going to continue into a new now. This moment right now is not the same moment as 2 seconds ago. Today is not the same as yesterday. You may think it is, but there's always something different. Even if it's one single little thing that you wouldn't consider different, say a fly flies past you in a different manner than it did yesterday. That singular little insignificant thing still made a difference in the moment prior to the new now. There's always more to everything that we do in life. Controversy. People do not like to think about what they don't understand. The reason that we do think about what we don't understand is that we continually ask why. We want to know and try and understand what there's not to understand. We live to then die. So what's the point of living? We live to then die. So what's the point of living? Why? We always continue to ask ourselves and wonder the reasons into this life and why we should continue on. Why? For why things won't go our way, we try to ask and understand why. Wonder the reasons for everything that goes on around us, for everything that's around us now. We as humanity do not want to be stuck asking why. We want to continue on. Because with every single little thing you do, you try to walk with time. You don't want to be stuck in the same moment forever in time, always. Always asking why. And why can't you walk with time? Why can't anything happen? I'm trying to help people understand that since there's so many different rights and wrongs, they could still believe what they want to believe, whatever that belief is. And anything that you go about walking with time, doing whatever you want to do in life. But in that, the people that feel they can't go anywhere, they're stuck, they have to be in the same place forever in time, and there's really nothing else, that comfortability that's not making them happy, why not think a little bit harder, just a tiny bit, about the why and what you have to do next? Because there's not just one thing to go about living life. We don't just walk. We don't just walk. Our heart beats, our blood flows, and we breathe. There's so much more to everything that we do. Every single little thing. You may say this is the one thing that you have to do in general. You have to do this. I have to do this and that. This one thing. And then we go about doing that one thing. Whatever it is, there's always more. Say even at work, there's an assignment or an achievement that you have to do. For what reason? What else is that going to affect whatever you're doing? What ties into that why? In this time, I'm speaking about when you're at work or you're doing the same, I'm gonna say old thing. You're tired, but you're comfortable, but you're still tired. And you start asking yourself, why? Can you not try and move forward? Think a little bit harder about what you have to do or what you can do next, or what you can make possible for you to do to get into a place where you're not constantly asking yourself, why? Why am I here? Why am I doing this? Why this and that? Oh my gosh, can I just leave? Can I just go? I'm so annoyed. Oh my gosh, can somebody stop this? It's so annoying. Can everyone just leave? Can everything just go away? If you're not happy where you are, why keep going? Why? We continually ask ourselves that same question to try and understand what to do next. Because we all are trying to still move. That's what I meant. I love you, Yoshi. Yoshi, when you see this, know that you're one of the sexiest men I know. Oh my god, Yoshi. Straight TikTok, get out of my face, bro. If you ever need be, tell yourself that you love you. That you love you. Yoshi, I love you. Things are always going to be hard because you always want to try and help someone. You're gonna be able to help yourself. Do not stray away from what you gotta do. And you're still always going to live your life. Know that you're beautiful, smart, strong, kind, and powerful. Things are gonna be okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I needed to say that for my future self. If you needed to hear that, then hopefully it helped. I love you, Yoshi. Okay. The reason that you're doing whatever you're doing, there's always more. I'm not just breathing right at this moment. My heart's beating. I think it is. Blood's flowing. I'm thinking. That's another thing. I would say most important thing, somebody cannot take away from you. Somebody will never be able to even have the capacity to do so. Or the ability to do so. The one thing that no one on this planet could take away from you as an individual or as humanity as a whole, the one thing is your train of thought. Your thought process and what you think. Whether you see something and you start thinking about that, people can modify your train of thought. They cannot take away your thought process. How you think. Even you thinking about nothing, your mind is still moving into thinking about what your body has to do to continue on. Even if your imagination is not going, it's still always moving. So how can you use that to keep going? How can you move with time? As I said it once, I'm going to say it again. Whether it's family, life is about family. Then what? What are you going to do for your family to help them become stronger, smarter, faster, or so that they can be safe, live happy? Or if you're not doing any of those things and you say life is about family, then what? If you say life is about money, first, real quick, my idea about money should be that it's how to make it and then what you're going to do with it next. Life is about money. The green. If you had all the money in the world and there was no one here, no one on this planet, just you, no one was here, and the technology, all that is here, the only thing that can be here will be plant life. Plant life, nature in itself, that's the only thing that's here. And the money. I don't know, for whatever reason, you just have the money there. If there was no one to kind of make everything go round, it was just you and the money, what were you going to do with it? Build a pyramid and burn it? I've been stuck on that because, like, that's the only thing I can't think. I would do a lot of origami. But that's all I could think about, origami. You yourself and no one else say life was about you. F everyone, right? First of all, when in this life at least, to go about living, you have to first be birthed by someone. One person. has to bring you into this life, even if they die very short afterwards that you are birthed, they still have to bring you into this life, right? Not even gonna lie, even if you're a science experiment, there's still somebody who's creating you. And growing up, you have to see people because you have to understand what you're going to do next. Unless you're going to be a child of the wild. Like, there was that feral kid. I used to see that on Snapchat all the time. Because you want to understand what you are. Say, even for that feral kid, they probably had doubts of what they were. Having them beat their mind, trying to understand why weren't they like the beast that they were around 24/7. And I'm saying, if you were birthed and there weren't humans around you, would you even understand what you were? Would you understand? I think that's it. The only one thing that I have to say is, why not think a little bit harder, in depth, into everything that you do? And in saying that, there is so much more. Because then you have to go ahead and know what to do next. I would say, which many people would debate, that you have to live your life as well in doing all of this. And I would say, please live your life. Live your life. Not just doing whatever the fuck you want, but intelligently. So that you can combat issues that may happen in others' lives, so that they can help you more. Remember, it's not just one thing that goes about living life. We try to think about how to prevent things that are going to hinder us from doing what we want in life. So why not think a little bit harder about what you have to do next, so that you can live just a little bit more. So if you tuned in, I wanted to say thank you for staying all that time listening to me blab on about my ideas, trying to go about doing what I'm doing. I am going to continue on posting, creating videos, and going upon my journey trying to become stronger. This is the start of my everything, and I really do hope it turns out alright. Share, review. I don't know if part of the algorithm is like. I don't care if you like. I just get something out of this. Please get something out of everything that you do in life, so that you can say there was a reason. There's always more to everything that we do. Always more. My name is Kiyoshi Adelaide Evangeline Fiore, and this is my start to controversy. But if you want, just call me Yoshi. And I hope one day I could maybe call you friend. But thank you for, again, tuning in, and live your life intelligently.